Close your eyes.
I am fully open and present in the moment to receive any guidance that speaks to my soul. I will be honest and authentic with myself, facing the truth that my body, my intuition, is guiding me as either confirmation or a nudge for healing. I am prepared to wholeheartedly start or continue on my journey to self-discovery and healing. Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading is, what cycles do I need to close before year end? We have three options here for this reading. First, I'd like to thank everyone who is subscribing, everyone who is ordering readings from me and actually heeding the guidance, putting in the work and starting to see results. That is really proud of you and that is wonderful, wonderful. I'd also like to talk about an experience that I had. It was actually a discussion with a reverend, and I'm still baffled by the conversation, but it falls in line with when you are doing a job that you are not passionate about or your heart is not in the job. Okay, now I see this with a lot of people in the medical field. Okay, now I've met a few healthcare practitioners who are not in the field because they really want to help people and they care so much and they want to prevent those from becoming seriously ill and all of that, finding a solution to many ailments, right? I have to be careful with how I word things. They're not like the doctors of yesteryear. They're more focused on salary, title, and having a very comfortable lifestyle. Now, I've met a lot of them who fall in that category, and it's not while they are working, it's during their downtime, and I talk to them, and then I'm hearing all kinds of stuff, right? So they're not in it for the love of. So I tend to stay clear from those people, right? I go to the ones who really love what they do, really want to help people, and will go over and above to find some solution for ailments. Okay, I'll just put it like that. Now, the interesting thing, and I don't know why God always bring these people on my path, but there's a reverend that I met, got talking to, and I found out that this person is a non-believer, like does not believe in anything, right? And yet they're preaching the word every Sunday. They're marrying people, they're christening babies. I'm just baffled. They know the Bible like the back of their hands. They can read it inside out, left, right, all directions. You give them, you ask a verse and they'll just tell you what the verse says. But this person revealed that to me. They do not believe at all. And I asked, how could you be preaching the word and telling people to behave in a particular way when you don't believe in what you're saying? And it was just so bizarre. It was really bizarre. And I asked, why would you go into a field like that and you don't believe? And they said, well, I have a family, right? And that was the best job out there, right? This person was starting a family. This person has a very large family, and they decided to go into that field because they saw it as job security. Now, oh my God, I mean, seriously. And I spoke to the first lady, and she's also in that energy of the non-believing energy as well. I'm still shocked that you would go into a field like that and really not believe what you are saying. It's I can't even believe that. I really cannot believe it. It's just as bad as those doctors, right? It's just as bad as surgeons who do procedures and not even have a flipping clue what they're doing, because it was always about the salary. They didn't concentrate in medical school. It's just absolutely mind flipping blowing. It is. Why would you do that? So of course I asked him, don't you think that it's a bit unethical? It's just really misleading. You're misleading people in a sense. And he said no. So that was quite interesting. That's a really interesting one there. I can't believe someone would do that. I cannot. Anyway, let's get on with this reading. So we have 3 options here to choose from. Option 1 is Nirvana Quartz, and it says Clearing Karma, card number 32. Option 3 is Inner Child, and it's Innocence, card number 31. And option 3 is Reflection Mirror, card number 6. Now these cards are from the Master Teacher Crystal Oracle. It's a fantastic deck. I love it. Okay, so this is option 1, option 2, and option 3. Now you can pause the video, choose a card. Let's get to it. Hello, option 1. For those of you who selected the Nirvana Quartz, Clearing Karma, card number 32 card, here's your reading. So the cycle that you need to close out before year end is closing out karmas, right? So this could be in any area of your life. So it could be habits and patterns, negative habits and patterns, or relationships. So people in your life, closing those out. So meaning friendships that no longer serve you, or relationships that you are well aware of, right, that you do not want to move forward with, closing those out, right? Also habits. It's like I'm feeling a few of you may have had like an experience, like a life review. So that's you sitting back and really thinking or reviewing the year that you've had, or even, you know, just your life from when you were younger to now, and you're realizing that you may have outgrown certain habits, people, places, etc., and you're thinking about what you would like to do next, right? What direction do you want to take in life? And this is calling for you to use these last few months of the year to focus on that, right? So what needs to drop out of your life or to be released, starting that process so that you can start 2023 with the clean slate, right? I'm seeing white paper, clean slate. Okay, let's look at the other cards. I'll pop that there. So I've pre-pulled the oracle cards, okay, just to save time. So you have here Scorpion, card number 31. We have the S-Bat Moon, card number 27. We have Gratitude Rampage, it's already happened. We have Unique Frequency, Dimensional of Earth. We have the Devil, Chains. And we have the Sun. Lovely. So what this is telling me, especially with the unique frequency, it's like really focusing, honing in on yourself, on your situation, again, where you're at in your life, right? You're just reviewing all areas and deciding or seeing what needs to be let go of and where you want to move towards, where you want to be. And it's saying that there's something, someone is holding on to some form of resentment. There's some type of resentment or issue that you are holding on to. And what Spirit is saying is that, look, it's already happened, and sometimes we need to let go. We need to let go of any type of grudge, right? Any type of disappointment, anger, because it doesn't serve us any good, right? It weighs you down with the chains here. And with this card, I pulled it where it's a message from your spirit guides, because this deck really speaks to me like the spirit guide energy. And what they're saying is, try not to let all your worries or certain events in your life, right, that does not serve you, that really holds you back and block you, try not to hold on to it and have it weigh you down. It slows you down and you move into that energy of stagnation, being lethargic, apathy, right? It's very easy to fall into that pattern. So it's all about clearing out, again, bad habits, people, again, who you've learned all that you needed to learn from them. The cycle is closed, lesson learned, it's time to move on. Or negative influences in your life, not bringing that into this new cycle, this new year. It's closing that out. There's a strong awareness here of, again, knowing what needs to be let go of. And with the S-Bat card here, and it's card number 27, which reduces to 9, about closing cycles. This is all about an awakening, an awareness, right? A ritual. So in this case, practicing, putting things into practice where you are going to consciously let go. Again, whether that be grudges, people, habits, right? Or even places, a home that is giving you negative, receiving negative energy, or you're having negative results from being in that environment. That's for someone. But there's a sense of needing to be honest with yourself here, right? There is the awareness, there is the realization what needs to be done, but are you ready to move in that direction? Are you ready to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm going to let go of this? Now, there's when it comes to certain behavioral patterns, they may be a little bit hard to break. But what this is saying is, once you just take the first few steps, so it's realizing it and taking the first few steps to move towards breaking some of those habits, that's still a positive change. You might not be able to close out all the cycles or many cycles. So the end of the year, boom, it's done. And at the new year, it's just everything is all good. There's some things that are going to be carried over. However, you've started the process of clearing it out. Okay? So you're not going to be in the energy where it's just a thought, it's just that knowing and nothing is being done. So you're carrying the whole thing over into the new year. I'm seeing like 2 full suitcases with clothes. The suitcase is closed, but there's clothing hanging out from the sides. So you're not bringing that into 2023. You're going to be clearing out all that you can out of that suitcase, and it will be lighter. There'll still be some stuff in there that you're working on, but it will be lighter when you're moving into the new cycle, the new year. Now with the Scorpion energy, that does represent transformation, because I am getting the zodiac sign Scorpio vibes. So again, the awareness that there's a need for transformation, there's the awareness that some things that has already happened, there's nothing that you can do about it, so it's time to move on. It's time to find another solution, right? And also with the Scorpio energy, it's also those around you. Being cautious or discerning about those you hang around with, those whose energy you take on, because not everyone has your best interest at heart. That's with the Scorpio and the Devil, right? So again, there's a need to be honest with yourself and starting to do this releasing process to move forward. And also with clearing karma, sometimes we are in cycles That's very difficult to break, right? But the reason why it's difficult to break, because there is something within ourselves that we need to work on. So it's recognizing, why do we feel the need to hold on tightly? Why do I feel, that's the question to ask, the need to hold on to this? Why do I feel that it is my security? Next question, does it give me security, and why? How can I get that from myself, from it or them, the person? Okay? But with the karma card, sometimes the cycle has ended. It's already happened. Sometimes the lesson is learned and it is time to close it out. It is time to let go. You've learned what you needed to learn from this person, but it's hard to release it. So you were delving in the realms of fear. Why am I afraid to move forward? So if you break it down and it's like, okay, well, it might be a financial thing, then the awareness is, okay, then you need to work on the finances to increase that in order to get you out of this situation. If it is an emotional thing, right, the attachment, the fear of letting go or feeling abandoned, then it's working on, why do I feel the need to have to hold on to? Why is there the fear of abandonment, the fear of being alone, the fear of facing myself? So that could be a maternal thing. So a mother wound, or even a parent wound, right? So it's working through that. And then, of course, if we're going through the elements here, so then if it is the energy of feeling lethargic and not wanting to move, so that's the Wand's energy, not wanting to take action, feeling uninspired, where is that coming from? Why do I not want to explore? So could it be a confidence issue? Worrying about how others will view you. But then it's, how do you view yourself, right? So worth, value of the self. So the Pentacles energy, so it could be, well, I don't feel secure and safe by myself, or I don't have the capacity to do so. Okay, then why do you feel that you yourself cannot look after yourself? What is it? Have you even tried to do that? So it does fall in the realm of confidence as well, and also value, but also laziness. And I know that that can sound cruel for some people, and this is not everyone, by the way, but it does happen sometimes where a person can get so comfortable with having things done for them, they almost forget how to do it for themselves. Okay, so it's those types of questions that you need to ask yourself and to work through, and to see what needs to be removed from the suitcase, okay, that you're not going to be taking over into 2023. Now, the card that represents your higher self, we got the Sun. And the Sun is saying that all will be well. So there is no need for you to feel disheartened, right? Depressed. It's saying that once you step into this energy and of clearing out, again, the karma, anything that no longer serves you, anything that you have outgrown, once you're starting to clear that out, you're making way for experiencing the new, for receiving new things that will work for you at this stage, right, in your life and on the journey. It's a cycle that we all have to go through, where we have certain things, people, habits. We go through that cycle, we learn more about ourselves, we grow and evolve, and then we have to let go. And that's what this is saying. It's very important to really start the process here. But you do have 32, which reduces to 5, the change. And then we have 27. That's all about that's 9, the closing out of the cycle. It is time to change and close out this cycle. Change is needed. It is necessary. 31 on the Scorpion card reduces to 4. To have that stable, solid experience, or this is experiences and also within the self, stable environment, people in your life people who are here to help you to enrich and to grow. Habits where you're improving on yourself. And again, growing, learning, developing, getting wiser. Card number 19, the sun reducing to 10. And that's the new beginning. That's you stepping into this new chapter of your life from hearing. One where you know that you are in control and that you are living it based on your own truth. Okay, so 15 reducing to 6 with the devil, right? And the way I'm being guided to read it is separately, the 1 and the 5. So it's now stepping into the cycle. So 1, this new cycle, it's all about the living in this new way of being. So the change, and the change is being very comfortable with letting go, right? So once something is outgrown, it's learning that everything has a cycle, a life cycle. And it's when to hold on, to embrace and have gratitude, and when to release and let go. Because sometimes if it is a person, we need to let go of them so that they too can embark on their journey. They can grow as well. You're growing and they're growing. Okay? Right, let's get some tarot. I'm using these slippy cards again. Oh dear. Okay, may I have some cards, universe source? How much do you have for it? Right, so we have here the 4 of Swords. You see? So it's taking the time to really reflect on this and to see, again, what needs to be released from your life, right? This is going to bring about that balance. And karma doesn't necessarily mean negative karma all the time. But of course, we all do have negative habits and behaviors and negative people around us and negative environments. So it's working through that. And one thing that really stands out here is more so the mindset, with it being a swords card, the mindset, negative thought, negative speak. We have here the Fool card that just flew. Okay, let's get one more. We have the 2 of Cups. Yes. So what this is saying, and look at that, the Tower on the bottom. Yeah, it's time for a clearing out. Now what this is saying with the 4 of Swords and the Fool, it's like not moving into the new year like in haste or just winging it. It's saying no, don't do that. Don't do that thing where it's like, okay, you know what, I'll deal with it in the new year. So you're carrying everything over with you, and it's like, let's just see what happens. What will be, will be. It's saying making sure that you have an awareness and a knowing, an understanding of what needs to let go so you can enter the new year light. This energy is showing me that you're stepping into the new cycle, the new year, lighter, because the Fool does not have a lot of baggage with him. He's walking light, right, into the new cycle. So that's what it is calling for, right? Stepping into this new year lighter so that you can have, you not only can be more balanced, right, but you're going to be able to have more experiences and opportunities, not only that you can see clearly, so you're not going to be distracted, you're going to be able to spot it, see it, and it will be more likely be in alignment with you, right? You're going to be able to move freely through the year without worrying about what someone is saying or doing to you from your past, or a habit that you need to break. You don't have those type of chains on you. You've released some of those chains where you're able to again experience more positive things, right, in your life. And that's because you've done the work from the end of the year. You're started to let go. You're doing the cutting of the cords. Okay? That's what it's all about. Stepping into the new year a lot lighter and more balanced. For some of you, a new connection. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Seriously, guys. For some of you, that's what you need to do in order to bring in your abundance. This could be an opportunity. Wow. All right. For some of you, it's a relationship that will lead to marriage, right? For others, it's that business partner where you are going to be able to be more expansive in your thoughts, in your plans, in your creativity, right? And that's going to lead to incredible wealth. And also, for others, with you not having all this baggage on you, you're actually going to be more spontaneous in the new year. This is giving me the energy of having more fun, right? So this is you really stepping out there, going out there, meeting new people, forging new friendships, or those friends that you have kept in your life that's good for you. You're going to be going out there and doing more things with them and being more in that very happy light energy that will then bring in a person into your life that's on the same frequency as yourself, and you will have great experiences. But it's forecast here that next year you're meant to have a very good year, a very happy year. But of course, if you do the work by cutting the cords, okay? Clearing out the karma. Don't do the work, you'll just carry over what you've experienced in this year into the next. Okay? It's just, that's it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Star. That's all about healing, right? That's all about stepping into healing, putting in the effort. It's also telling me to be focused on achieving your dreams. It's possible. It's possible. But of course, when you clear out what no longer serve you, it's room for new experiences to come in, new people, and your dreams to become a reality, right? That's beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the Inner Child Innocence card, that's card number 31, here's your reading. Okay, so this is definitely telling me that there needs to be, well, inner child work, but this is showing me more like being in a joyous, more playful energy, right? So not necessarily working through childhood traumas and all that. There's a need for you to be more light-hearted and less heavy. This is actually, I'm hearing c'est la vie. So what will be approach, right? Very light-hearted, very, it feels very airy. So it's just less pressure on you and less pressure on those around you, because you're in the energy of not having too much expectations. That's what this is calling for. Anytime we're dealing with the child energy, it's all about just enjoying the moment and the experiences that you're having, right? Like truly being engrossed in the experience. So imagine like jumping rope, but you're doing it in a childlike manner. So you're jumping rope because it's fun to jump. You know, have you seen kids playing, and sometimes they can jump for hours. Like just jump. So it's being in that energy, whatever you used to experience as a child when you used to jump, that heightened sense of joy. That's what this is calling for, right? And we have 31 here reducing to 4. So it feels like it's going to get you back into balance, because it feels very much so like you're in a parent energy, like a very adult energy. So what you feel that an adult, or how an adult should behave, that's how you are. And this is calling for you to be more fun. Okay? This is saying to be more light-hearted. You can be an adult and still be very like have joy. You still can do fun things, and it doesn't mean that you're immature, right? Or behaving childish. It is you tapping into that child within, that child that you were many moons ago, and doing things that you wish that you were able to do, whether it be your parents couldn't afford it or they just didn't have the time. But now, as a grown up, you can now do that. But while you were doing that, having those experiences, whether it is playing or going to a play park or doing arts and crafts, whatever you wanted to do as a child, now that you are an adult, if you're able to do that, you have to be in that energy as the child. And that joy, that enormous rush of joy, it's actually sitting in that and enjoying it and truly embracing it, because that is that divine rush, that is that joy, that it's love and happiness, and all your worries are left behind. That's that energy. And even if it's for just a moment, experiencing that is a blessing. So that's what you guys, it's calling for you guys to step into that energy. Also, if you have children, again, be more playful with them, playing, doing fun activities with them, but of course not policing them. So, you know, an example would be you're playing a board game with your child, and let's say your child is getting it wrong or whatever, you're policing them, you're being in parent mode. It's saying don't do that. Just be a child as well. Just let go of the policing and enjoy the moment with your child, right? Even drawing, if the child doesn't draw exactly how it is meant to look, it's a problem. It's parenting mode steps in, and it's like, no, just leave it. Just enjoy the process of drawing, right? That joy that comes from it, where after a while there's a great sense of accomplishment, whether it looks, you know, a little bit strange or not. It's just enjoying the process and being childlike in that manner, in that period. So also we have 4, and it's giving me the 4 of Wands energy, the home. So bringing that joy and that happiness into the home, right? So you can shift that energy. It's saying, I'm hearing a happy home. So it's having that energy. Now, for those of you who don't have kids, I'm getting like a feeling of having like a sanctuary. That's what I just heard. So you have a special place where you go, and you have your candles, your room spray, so it's smelling really nice. And when you step into that environment, that is where you can let go of that shield, that armor, right? That adult energy. I'm hearing and I'm seeing someone, they're going, and they're listening to music. It smells really nice, it's florally. It's like a blend of lavender and rose, but it's really pretty, a nice florally scent, and they're just absolutely stepping out of themselves. Beautiful. I'm going on about this. Let's get some oracle cards here. So I've pre-pulled some cards so that it is not going to make the video a marathon video, right? Not too long. So we have the hummingbird, card number 23. We have card number 50, glimmering. We have card number 41, moon blues. Higher perspective, passion. Dimensional of shadow, perfect circle. the Wheel of Fortune, this is guidance from your guides. And the Nine of Swords, guidance from your higher self. Right. Now with the Hummingbird card, that's card number 23, reducing to 5. It's all about like stepping into this energy of joy. And I'm seeing someone jumping around with their kids or just jumping around by themselves in that very playful energy, joyous energy, and shaking off stagnant, stuck energy within the body. Right? So you're dancing, moving, jumping, moving about frantically, but in a fun way where you're shifting and moving energy out of you so that you can raise your vibration. But that process, what you're being called to do is to be in the moment while doing that. And I know that it may seem silly. That's the adult parent self. But when we were kids, we used to do that. And it was so joyous, so much fun, right? And it's, again, feeling that and tapping into that. And of course, we have 5 appearing again with the glimmering card, 50 reducing to 5. So there is a strong need to really step into this energy, it's saying. Because glimmering is also a card that explains like a glimmer of hope. So we know what that means. When there is a glimmer of hope, there's optimism. So if we're feeling down, when we see that there's a glimmer of hope in a situation, we become optimistic again, or a bit more optimistic. So that's what this is saying, is to tap into this energy and realize whatever you are going through, there's always a way out. There's always a solution. Now with the Moon Blues and the Nine of Swords, and also with the Dimensional Shadow card here, it's showing me an energy of sadness for some and depression for others. But you're not at the stage where you're needing medicine, like medication, right? It's very easy to let your worries and fear consume you. And sometimes we can let our imagination run away with us. That's with this card here, Perfect Circle. So playing a scenario over and over and over in our minds can have us believing what we've seen or believe to be true, like an outcome that is true, that hasn't happened, but somehow we know that it's going to happen, but it's something that we've doctored up in our heads. So it's trying to break out of that. And the way to do that is to shift your vibration. So a part of your cycle that needs to break is false belief. Breaking the habit of tapping into false beliefs and illusions. A need for you to see what is the reality of the situation, and how am I going to overcome it, or how am I going to get the outcome, my desired outcome. With the Wheel of Fortune here, the card from your spirit guide, the message, it's saying that you have the power to change the situation, right? So if you're in the energy of feeling very down, to the point where you're pretty much being like terrorized by your mind, what you're telling yourself, the story, the plot, the scenario that you're telling yourself, Spirit is saying that you can shift that. But it's first realizing or seeing the possible positive solution to whatever issue or problem that you are facing. It's the pros and the cons, right? So it seems like you're focusing on the cons, everything that could go wrong, to the point where you start believing that that is exactly going to be the outcome, versus looking at the positives. What are the positives from the situation? Or what positive solution could come of this? Being optimistic about it. And then with the Passion card, the higher perspective, that's you seeing how you can achieve it. How can I go about bringing this or making this a reality? Because it is saying it here. Your guides are saying, look, you can actually change the situation, change your fortunes here. But it's actually shifting your energy, your outlook, your perception of the situation. What you are seeing, is it truly what you are seeing? Or is it a figment of your imagination? A story that you keep telling yourself and you're believing it. And I feel a very strong situation here where there is someone that is telling themselves that they're not capable of achieving success, or capable of maintaining their job, or capable of being in a healthy relationship, or even looking after themselves. But it's saying you need to shift this energy, that energy of the adult parenting energy, that very serious controlling energy. It's saying let go of that. Be in that childlike energy where it's very light, not having heavy expectations, and being able to let go. That's another thing. Where if you look at children, they cry for a bit for a toy that they can't have, and then after a while they get over it. And it's being in that type of energy, but it's really calling to bring joy in, because joy, remember, energy match energy. So if you're in a low frequency, you're going to be matching with other low frequencies, right? Whether that is a situation or people. So raising your frequency, your vibration, is going to attract like for like vibrations. And that's what this is calling for. The child energy, that's the energy of divine love, ultimate love, unconditional love, right? So that's what you're being called to move into. Wow. So you have 555. I just noticed that this Moon Blues card is 41, which reduces to 5. So this is very, very strong here. A strong need for change, to shift this energy, moving out of this energy this year. So this is also showing me it could be what is going on in the world, and there's great fears about it, right? So the only advice that is popping up here is you are in control of your own environment, yourself and your family, okay? Everyone else in the world, we don't have full control of that. So it falls under the category of you focus on the self first, and then you can expand out. You focused on the family first, and then you can expand out. So you only can handle what you can control within your environment. Okay? So that would be an example. Focus on like paying your bills, paying your rent, right? Making sure that you have money to buy food, so on and so forth. So it's not worrying about the grander things that's beyond your control, what those who are running your country is doing. So we have the 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and Temperance. So there is a strong need for you to, again, balance your energy. And it's with the 2 Cups cards, it's your emotional body, right? So this is balancing your fears, your anxiety at this time. So that's what they're saying. If you need to seek support, get it, because it is going to be very helpful for you at this time, whether it be support with work, business, mental health, right? It's just really calling for you to be open to accepting it if needed, and also moving into the energy of doing things that brings you great joy, doing things that you've always wanted to do, like really taking the time to be in that energy of being focused on achieving those things. That's what it is saying. Really making the effort and moving into that energy. It's very light, very fun, very happy energies that your guides and the universe wants you to tap into, and to move out of the more shadow, low vibrational energy, right? Because the shadow energy is not serving you, because again, it is your mind playing tricks on you, or it could end up to that point where your mind is playing tricks on you. So it's time to shift things. It's time to believe again. That's what I'm hearing. That's the energy that's coming off these cards. It's time to believe again. That's lovely. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected Reflection Mirror, card number 6, here's your reading. So for you guys, I'm getting like really seeing a situation for what it is, whether that be within you or your environment, right? Seeing how you affect those in your environment and the role that you play in certain situations. So there's a strong need to have honesty, right, with your input or the role that you play in your relationships, in work, friendships with your children, right? Just overall, just really examining the self, right? There's also an energy of needing to move. So for some of you, this may be a hermit period where you're actually sat back and doing inner work, and you're being called to now take what you've learned and put it to practice, right? Putting it into practice. Okay, so I have pre-pulled some oracle cards to save on time. So let's see what we have. We have the Hawk, card number 37. The Bat, card number 34. Nightmare, card number 39. So it's a nightmare moon. We have Spirit Act. We have Entering Discovery. Spirit of Dimensional. We have Ace of Swords, that's message from your spirit guides. And we have the Chariot, a message from your higher self. Right, so with the Hawk and the Bat energy, it's all about like being very observant and signs. So this is my intuitive pile, especially with the reflection mirror card. You have that energy of projecting onto others. So this period, you're actually looking into yourself, but you're a mirror for others, right? So there is the energy of being very adaptable in your environment, especially when you interact with others. But there is an energy of being observant at this time. So you're learning about yourself, you're learning how you interact with others and how you affect others. And you're also seeing who you can trust. This is another pile where you're seeing who you can trust. You're seeing many, many situations for what it is in various areas of your life. Some of you, you're a little bit scared of stepping out. You're wanting to be in solitude, away from the madness, but you're being called to move. You're being called to take all that you have learned about yourself, about the environment, about your situation and others, and move, step out. With the Entering Discovery, it's all that you've learned about yourself. This is showing me that the energy that you need to close out this year, or the cycle you need to close out, is the period of hermit mode, the period of introspection. It's time for you to put what you know about yourself and what you know about a situation, etc., into practice. Spirit is calling on you to act. With the Entering Discovery card, this is everything that you've learned about yourself and how you interact with others in certain environments, right? This is you knowing or having a better understanding of when you aren't being the not self, or when you're not being authentic to your truth. So what I mean by that is saying yes when you really want to say no to something, right? So it's you now stepping into this energy with your spirit guides where it's all about the truth. Not only are you going to speak the truth, but you're going to be living it. So everything that you do is going to be like honest or authentic to the self, right? We also have here with you sharing all the wisdom, all that you've acquired or learned during this period of isolation with others to help them through whatever they're going through in their lives, right? Whatever chaos is going on in their lives, or energies where they're stuck, because you've been there, done that. You have a greater understanding. This is also receiving guidance from spirit. You're channeling messages from spirit, So you're meant to put it out there. For someone, the energy of being closed off and away from others, you're actually meant to step out of that, right? Move into the energy of being around those where you can share your wisdom and your gifts with them. Okay? Now, there's of course a disclaimer. You're going to be guided as to when to do that. Okay? So with the hawk bat energy, you're going to be receiving signs and synchronicities, guidance from spirit as to when to act, when to move with the chariot. Okay? So, but be prepared or be aware from this reading that that is going to be something that you will be doing in the future, the near future at that. You are going to be guided to move. So it's not going to be a period where that's when you're just going to be deciding, right? When spirit says move, move, right? So whether that be going into a city setting and doing the work. So if you have a business and you're selling something, but you live in the country, that's your safe haven. You're going into the city to conduct your business, and then you're coming back and you're staying at home, and that's where you recharge, right? But that's the energy that you're going to be stepping into. This is showing me like crystal clear, right? And a part of it again is you're going to learn more about yourself when you're in those environments, and also know how to conduct yourself and protect your energy in those environments. Okay? There's a chameleon spirit here, chameleon energy. Once you tap into this energy of again understanding how to work with others, the energies that you absorb from others, that's when you're going to run with it. You're going to be like a pro at it. Okay, you're going to be able to do your work, your spiritual work, properly and at ease, I'm hearing, right? But remember, spirit is going to guide you as to when to move. Now, the nightmare card, I mean, that's similar to the 9 of swords, where there is paralyzing fear because of maybe past experiences or untruths that we tell ourselves. So what we may have experienced in the past, it is definitely going to happen again. Well, how do you know? You have to try it. You have to experience it. But sometimes it is energy that is coming off us, that is bouncing back, reflecting back on us. So that's very powerful. If you're able to do that, you're a very powerful person. So your energy is bouncing off that other person and onto you. So again, it's looking at it in that way. What do I need to do within myself to be able to handle, right, balance, live with these powerful energies and gifts that I have? How can I function with it instead of having to hide away? So that's actually the work that spirit has for you during this time to be in. That's why you're in the whole introspection phase. But then now it's going to be, okay, you've learned enough about yourself. It's time to put this into practice. We'll see how you go. And if you need to have more time to yourself, meaning needing to go back in hermit mode to go work through some more stuff, then you can do so. But it's time to step out. That's what this is telling me. This is like overwhelming truth. So when you are around people, you are overwhelmed by whether it be channeled messages from spirit or their energy, whatever is going on in the people that are around you, their lives, you're picking up on all of that. And spirit is saying, your spirit guides is saying that, again, it's practicing and learning how to be more balanced in that energy. And in order to be balanced in that energy is knowing about the self, right? It's actually facing certain aspects and elements of yourself that you're hiding or running away from. And it's asking yourself the valuable question, the why questions. Why do I feel the need to run? And if you are running from them, that means that you're running from yourself. There's an aspect of yourself that you don't want to see or face. And it's balancing actually your shadow and light selves. But there's an aspect of yourself that you need to face. Yeah, it's the shadow with the silhouette of the horse here. It's facing the shadow self And it could be where, look, you there's certain dark practitioner vibes energy here I'm picking up as well. You have dark qualities, but you are afraid of it. And what this is saying is to embrace it, because remember, it's all about the intention. So if you're using these powers to harm people, then bad intention, that's not good, right? But if you're using this knowledge and know-how to enrich, to enlighten, then that's a different story. That's good. It's working with spirit. But you do also need to do a cleanse, because we do have here the spliff. So it could be where you need to clear your environment or clear the self. Do constant cleansing. Constant cleansing. That's what that means. Every encounter, you have to do a constant cleanse. As a matter of fact, even in your state of isolation, you need to cleanse every day. That's what that's telling me. Wow. So what you are picking up on is actually from you. So people are reflecting back aspects about yourself that you don't like. So it's closing that, it's working through that. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yes. That's divine timing. So again, when it's time to act, Spirit is going to say, okay, it's time to move, time to get out of hermit mode. And that's when you need to move. You're going to have to listen to your intuition, folks. This one is pretty flexible. We do have the Four of Cups. Yeah. We got that apathy vibe. Not wanting to come out of isolation, but Spirit is saying, hey, this will be enriching for you. Two of Swords. Yeah, we got crossroads vibes. Okay, I'll probably take those two. Okay, Two of Swords. The Lovers. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a choice to make. That's what this is telling me. There's a major, major choice to make here. Because with the Four of Cups, it's not living. Think about that. You're in isolation. You're in solitude. You're stuck in one location. You're not living. As much as there's a lot of terrible things going on in the world, and you need to be mindful and discerning, you have to step out to see what's going on and energetically contribute to the shift. Four of Cups. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Look, it's work. Not wanting to step into this line of work. But Spirit is saying, come on. I've given you this opportunity to do this work. For others, it's feeling very invisible in your job, feeling unfulfilled, and you're thinking about doing something different. Spirit is saying, go for it. We do have the Two of Cups. Wow, lots of twos. For others, it's a connection. I don't know who to choose. I'm observing, I'm watching them. This is going to be a really tough decision, because there is going to be, it's going to be a major change, major upheaval. However, Spirit is saying, and your guides, you have to be true with yourself. Any decision that you make sure that it fully resonates with you. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Yeah, the Fool. Follow your heart and just take that leap of faith, that risk, right? Take that risk. Oh, I'm hearing, or else we'll step in. With the Wheel of Fortune. Or else we'll step in. That's what Spirit is saying. They'll step in, and that's when we have the Tower moment. So it's calling for you to be in the energy of the Emperor, having the courage to take charge, right, of your life, of the situation. Whoops, another card fell. What's that? The Nine of Pentacles. Yep. You can actually change the outcome, right, or make the outcome work in your favor. But if you sit on this, right, sit in fear, sit in apathy, not wanting to, whether it be work or a connection, move in that direction that feels so right to you, what you truly want, spirit is going to step in, and it's going to be like the rug pulled from under you. And it's for you to then kind of get back on your feet and kind of figure out the situation. Get back on your feet and go with the flow, right? And listen to spirit. Oh my word. Yeah. Listen to spirit and take it from there, because that's a hard lesson. That's a hard lesson. When you're getting this type of guidance where they're saying, look, it's time to move, or we're going to give you the cues, and when we tell you to go, move. Don't procrastinate. Don't sit in a limbo. Maybe yes, no, maybe that sign wasn't a real sign, or it was, or it wasn't. Not in that energy, right? You would have gotten signs where you know when it's coming from spirit and when they mean that it is for your highest good. So they're saying when we say go, go. Because if you don't listen, rug pull from under you, chaos, and then somehow everything will fall into place. But going through the chaos is not nice. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I have gone through it several times. And it's not good. It doesn't feel nice. But at the end of the day, things fall into place. And now I listen. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Open your